So, a very warm welcome to this second edition of the day, second call of the day. And like we had it also in the first call, I think it will get very exciting. So we will go through a lot of very interesting topics. So for that reason, of course, like I said before, very warm welcome to everyone who have taken the time to be part of this call right now. And I'm super excited because the things are moving massively forwards, and of course, this for a reason. So we will go, of course, step by step through the topics. So few of you possibly know exactly already about products, about services, how all these things are working. Possibly few of you are brand new, see that the first time. So we will take the time for the around next 15 minutes to really go step by step so that everyone understands. Because from my point of view, what we see here, it's a masterpiece. And the most important thing, before we get even started, everything what we are talking here, everything on what we have a look is real. That means real products, real projects, real company, real people, backed up by reality. And this is, from my point of view, the most important thing, because when this would be not the case, we can save the whole exercise, we can save the time, we can do something different. So, because when something is real and someone understands the possibility based on that, then of course, massive things are possible, but this is the basic requirement. So, and you see it here already on the screen, do not miss the trend or your future. So I think everyone who goes a little bit around with open eyes in the world have recognized over the last years, specifically over the last 3 years, that a lot of things are changing worldwide, and a lot of things, to say it nicely, not really to the better. So that means a lot of things are, a lot of people are searching for solutions. And when there are real solutions in place on what you can build, then of course you have something in the hand which is like the last glass of water in the middle of the desert. And exactly that is where we are talking about. A $1 trillion market, which is emerging now worldwide. And one of the keys to reach outstanding success was it all the time in history to do the right things to the right time. So that means when you would recognize today, for example, that the internet is a great thing. So that's great when someone is coming to this conclusion, but possibly 30 years ago to come to this conclusion and act accordingly would be the key to reach a success what you cannot reach under normal circumstances. And exactly in such a time frame we are living right now again, but of course with a few other things, a few other directions. So basically 3 things will change everything like we know it right now. The first thing is artificial intelligence, which have already influence out there, but the impact what this will have over the next years is so massive. Then, of course, we have blockchain and tokenization, possibly the biggest industry of the next centuries, and everything what is connected to these technologies. And exactly this is combined in the concept what we have a look right now. And this, of course, makes it absolutely spectacular. So, of course, a general disclaimer have to be in place, because like it is all the time, everyone should decide in his own sovereignty. So to prove everything by yourself, to check everything by yourself. And when you're coming to the conclusion, that's something for me, then possibly it's something for you. If you like it, it's good. If you don't like it, it's also good. But it's also already great when you're taking the time to, how to say, look around for informations and then make on that a decision on your own sovereignty. This is the way to go, specifically in the future. I think so. So then we have a look. Xera Group International. And so we are a global movement who would like to help and support people to keep or even increase their buying power. What means that? So possibly you can remember back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when you was going in a supermarket and you have spent it there for groceries, for example, $100, this shopping bag was quite full. So when you do the same today, and you spend $100 in the supermarket for groceries, the same shopping bag possibly is quite empty. And this means it to lose buying power. And this is happening basically nearly everywhere right now worldwide, specifically in the last few years. This have got massive speed. So that means there's a global need. No? And when you have a real solution for something like that, then of course you can assume out of that the potential. No? Basically, on this circumstance, from my point of view, possibly unlimited. No? And of course, this mission is settled in three pillars. The first thing is, like spoken, maintain or enhance own buying power, which is already great stuff. Then the second one is keep control of your own assets. Also, more and more people start to understand that something out there, to say it again nicely, is a little bit strange. And few people also start to understand that it's not the same to be a holder or an owner of something. Specifically, when we talk about assets and everything in this direction, this makes a crucial difference. And to understand this topic is the first step. To have a solution for that and also act then accordingly is the second step. And when you have something like that in place, of course, again, it's like a glass of water in the middle of the desert. So this is also what we will talk about. Then, of course, a lot of people are searching based on the circumstances a secondary income, a plan B. And I know, of course, that a lot of people are working very hard, every day from the morning to the evening. And a few people not just have one job, they have a second one, they have a third one already. And for a lot of people, it's still not enough. Still not enough to have really good life or offer their own children what you would like to offer them, because the situation is like it is. So, but when there is a plan B, and when we go through this presentation, it could also possibly turn out for yourself that this also could be your plan A, because it's absolutely strong. And based on that, of course, we have a clear vision, a clear goal where we want to go, and this is to go to number one. And this is not just said like that or a phrase or something like that. This is meant this way, and it will happen this way because the indicators and everything, how it's put it together, will make it possible. But we will go through, like I said before, step by step. And Xera is a huge movement in the meantime. So we have around 2.2 million users. So when you look to a few countries in Europe, for example, or also in other regions in the world, these are more users that a lot of countries have citizens. So this is not the small stuff. So that means a lot of people have experienced already the products, the services. It works fantastic. And this, of course, also the reason for this massive growth. And where we can be very happy about it, we have an enormous leadership on an enormous level, people with years, even centuries of experience, how to build it up. So a lot of the best people of the industry was brought together in Xera, and together we make it possible. So then, of course, if you would like to visit us, representative office in Dubai, in the Ubora Tower, 1,500 square meter of offices and meeting rooms. So feel free to visit us for a coffee, for a talk. But of course, before you come, please let us know, because when a few thousand people would have the same idea on the same day, then of course it still would get a little bit tight, possibly there in the office. But you are welcomed anytime. Yeah? So, but now we are going a little bit in the topic, and we'll have a look on the market sectors. And this, of course, is the reason why it will be possible to reach number one. And when I say we want to reach number one, for those people who understand it and are going with us this way together, you can assume out of that what that could mean also for you, personally. And the markets, of course, are the key to that, and the products and the services for these markets. So the first, of course, is hardware and software solutions. We are coming to that step by step. The second one is blockchain and tokenization projects, tokenization of real world projects. This definition of this word is very important to understand. We're coming to that a little bit later. And of course, then we have the third part. So to bring this solutions, these products, the services to the market, to the people, to the society, we are using affiliate marketing, direct sales, which is a massive industry by itself. So this is basically where we're operating, and we have a little bit a closer look. And I want to give you a few ideas to think about it, what it all means. So hardware and software solutions. So we will see it later on. We have a fantastic smartphone, but it's not just a smartphone, it's more than that. And 2022, for example, worldwide were sold 1.3 billion smartphones. Yeah, that's enormous. But there's a new trend coming up worldwide. And possibly you've recognized it a few months ago, one of the big leaders of the industry have brought out a smartphone. And the only real advantage when we talk about connection to blockchain was when you have the smartphone, you are part of an airdrop. And what has happened is that this smartphone was sold out immediately. Yeah? So it's not to get anymore in the normal markets. So what we have developed here is much more than that. So blockchain-driven software on the smartphone, blockchain features. So this is the upcoming trend over the next years, which will change also this industry of the smartphone space completely, and we have it already in place. So second market, or a second product, software solution for trading. You know, of course, that a lot of people try by themselves to trade a little bit, but the question is how many people are really successful. And it's very difficult to be successful in that sector, because how much time you have to screen the whole market, to have time to not miss any information, to not miss it, to push a button to the right time. And more than 90% of all trades are not done by humans anymore. These are done by automated systems, which are analyzing 24/7. So that means this is a huge growing market, software solutions for trading. And only the market size is, there's a forecast until 2030, is around $15 billion only for that. And we will see in a few minutes something which is so mind-blowing, a software which is doing things, it's unbelievable, but of course we will experience it together. Yeah? And then we have the third part, a huge one, and this is blockchain and tokenization. And so there's a forecast, for example, for tokenization until 2030. It is not far away anymore. There's a forecast that 10% of the global GDP will happen in tokenization. So you can assume out of that from what we're talking about. So from my point of view, I see it, what is happening right now, the biggest wealth transfer in human history have started. And it have not started yesterday, it have started already 3-4 years ago, but very slowly, and now it's really speeding up worldwide. So for those people who are getting you're informed about that, act accordingly. There are possibilities which you not have normally in normal times. This is this shift which is happening right now worldwide. And for that reason, of course, you can Google these topics by yourself. The big asset managers, institutions worldwide, like Vanguard, like BlackRock, which I don't know, handling how much liquidity is unbelievable for institutions, for private individuals. So they are also communicating now that they will enter these markets. And why they are doing that? Because it's their job. It's their job to know what is coming next. What is the next big thing? And when such institutions are entering such a topic, then we as normal humans should have a look on that, what they are doing there, because they are doing that for a reason. And what means tokenization? Tokenization means to connect the virtual digital world to real businesses, to real business operations, to real income streams. So basically, it can tokenize nearly everything. Can be real estates, can be wind parks, patents, contracts. It goes in all directions. So that means you not just can tokenize, which exists already, you also can tokenize upcoming projects. So that means there's basically not really a limitation. And this, of course, makes it so interesting. And we, with our cooperation partners, doing something in addition. Because those big players, normally when they are doing something, you can assume out of that, in the most cases, it's not for the normal people. Here with our cooperation partners, service providers, we are opening the door to everyone, to these upcoming industries. And of course, connected to that, there is a lot of potential. So, and one of the reasons for this growth, what Xera has, are of course our service providers. And the first one, it's called Layer K, a revolutionary 360-degree ecosystem, own blockchain, own smart chain. A groundbreaking technology, own swap. To the end of the year, it's planned that the decentralized exchange goes live, done on the way like never done before. This will be the first time in history that you can do smart contracts between different blockchains. So it's not just something or something in addition, it's done on the other level. So there are years of work was put it inside, a lot of effort, and what is the result now is spectacular. So the next service provider, a native digital asset management system, something where I would say millions over millions over millions of people are searching for it, are looking for it. And when you get something like that in place, we will see in a few minutes what it means. Then, of course, you have a very, very strong indicator to get absolutely big. A fully regulated organization with 50 licenses in place, heavy licenses, what you need, of course, to make that happen. Instant local IBAN creation, multiple countries, multiple currencies, a lot of stuff, but we will go, like I said before, through step by step. And the first, or the third big service provider is called Quantwise, an exceptional AI-based software. And like I said before, a lot of people trying by themselves to have success. Very less people really have it. When you have a tool like that, and we will see a little bit later what it does. It's not just some software. There's so much, how to say, work in years of development, massive liquidity, which were backed in the background to do for the, how to say, not just for the software, also for the hardware processors. The strongest processors right now on the market are connected to it. We will hear about that a little bit later. So, but let us have a deeper look to the first one, Layer K. And just to understand how much work and how much people are involved there to make all this happen, only here more than 500 associates and developers are working on these solutions. And the main goal is to create solutions for the mass adoption. So that means that every normal human, so like me, like you, like a lot of others, like billions of people basically out there, which have not deep technical understanding, also can use these solutions to create out of that better circumstances for themselves. And now we're going a little bit through just to have the headlines when we talk about Layer K. Like I said before, own blockchain, own smart chain. So up to 30,000 transactions per second. So just to understand for those which are not so familiar with blockchain technology, Bitcoin, for example, can do around 7 transactions per second. Ethereum can do between 25 and 27 transactions per second. Here we talk from up to 30,000 transactions per second. Like I said before, it's not just have something similar again, it's completely different. It's a completely other level. And which is super important on it, fully decentralized. So the next one is single sign-on solution through access.io, which also is solving a big thing out there in the market. I don't know how many people have lost, for example, their passphrases to the wallets over the years. Possibly you was reading by yourself these special stories in the newspaper that people are searching since years. Their old laptops, for example, somewhere on the garbage because they had a lot of virtual assets there, but somehow they have lost their keys, cannot access it anymore. And in the meantime, so value is somewhere. So, and of course, also to be prepared all the time, of course, when in a decentralized world, like a system like that works, if you lose a passphrase, and you have over the time a lot of passphrases, you have a lot of different wallets, you have a lot of different things, it's not so easy to handle it anymore. But one additional thing is coming in place. Uh, just think about when something would happen to you, would have your family your passwords, your passphrases? Of course, nobody want to think in this direction. Yeah? But possibly you fly somewhere tomorrow and you not come back. So of course we not want to think about such things, but it can happen. So here in the single sign-on solution, not the whole features are released yet, but the work is still on it. So there will be the possibility, for example, to give rights to family members, for example. So when something would happen, that they have access to your things. And otherwise they will stay there with nothing. Yeah? So unique business and social inclusion, to that we're coming a little bit later. Exceptional hardware products, which are helping also the whole infrastructure, decentralized liquidity pool, tokenization platform, like I said before, and a unique hybrid minting protocol, which is supporting, on a massive way, all the projects which are getting connected to it. Yeah? So, and here just that we get a little bit of feeling, what means tokenization of real world projects? So one of those we will go step by step through. For example, CD, it's a real estate project in Austria. WU, it's revolutionizing the private aviation industry. Five Rings, a media group, which are absorbing and purchasing sports clubs, real estate projects, which are getting developed by them. And for example, No More Super App, fully decentralized. We also will have a look a little bit to that. That means it's to tokenize real things connected to real economy. And when you have a little bit of look on the market out there, you go, for example, to this overview websites, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, whatever it is, you will find there tens thousands of different coins and tokens in the meantime. And you should or could ask yourself, which of these coins, which of these tokens have relevance? And which of those have already also relevance for the future? And the answer is already today, the most of them are completely irrelevant because there is nothing real. So it's a lot of speculation. So when this is driven by real income streams connected to the real economy, then this is something to go for from my point of view, because then it's backed up with reality. And also what is important, you see it here. So this blockchain ecosystem was checked with a forensic examination. And this is basically the deepest research what you can do on something. This was done from one of the leading companies in the German-speaking countries, from Foreos. They are doing, for example, audits for crypto exchanges, a lot of stuff in this direction. So, and when they say it is like that, you can be sure it is like that. So this is the deepest forensic examination what you can do. Yeah? So that means everything real, like I said in the beginning, most important thing. So, and here, a native digital asset management system. So just give you a few headlines to really understand the impact of that. So they have basically this bridge between the fiat world and the crypto world and the blockchain world, which a lot of people are searching for. So they can go in both directions. You know, of course, that a lot of people over the last years have built up quite good wealth in this blockchain and crypto space. And but then when you want to really use it in your real life, it can get a little bit tricky. Depends, of course, where you're living. In Europe, it's getting more and more difficult. Of course, when you want to spend it for a coffee, this will be not the issue. But then you say, for example, I want to buy now a new family car, it can get tricky. So that means a lot of people are searching for this bridge. And this is not just a bridge, this is more than that. This is a super app, which so many features and functions. Just an example, you can connect up to 3,500 financial institutions to it. So you can create IBANs, local IBANs, personal IBANs, virtual IBANs. It's mind-blowing. Of course, also years of preparation. Only to get all those licenses in place is a masterpiece to make that happen. So this is also one of our service providers, like said in the beginning, like a glass of water in the middle of the desert. So, and driven by artificial intelligence, a learning and trading software, which is called Quantwise. And we will come to it a little bit later, a little bit more intensive to really understand what that is and what this software is able to do. Fully automated, so that means if you have not experience in this sector, so this trading software, of course, is reducing enormously the trading complexity. It's copy trading. And so this artificial intelligence is learning science years. So that means to absorb this information, what is already in there, I don't know if this a human even could do. And then, of course, you also have to be able to filter the right informations in the right second, not just in the right on the right day, in the right millisecond. So because trading is working like that. So, and of course, which is also very important, this is happening through a Binance brokerage link. So that means when you say there, I want to trade my virtual assets, that means this is also called, as we call it, crypto GDP. You don't have to give your assets to Xera or to a connected company. No, it's your Binance account. It's on the biggest exchange worldwide. And there is with a brokerage link, this software connected. And this makes it possible. So this is also from the security level, the highest thing I think what you can do. And an astonishing performance, track record, but we're coming to that, of course, in a few minutes, just to get a basic idea from what we're talking about. So, and now we have a little bit of a look to layer K, blockchain features, blockchain solutions, real world tokenization. And this hybrid minting protocol is something spectacular. But just that we look a little bit back in history, what is minting, so that really everyone understands. So when you are first time in a call like that, what is that? Is a word what nobody hears normally in the normal life out there. So mining, I think, is more familiar to everyone. Mining, of course, we know from gold mining. Everyone could do it, for example, or still could do it. When you say, I want to do it, you can do it. But of course, it's risky. It's not really green. So when you look to areas where gold mining were done, it looks not so nice afterwards anymore in the most cases. And of course, it's very, very, really hard work, and you have to be very patient because, to find the right gold mine and make it happen is, I think, not the easiest thing. And otherwise, a lot of people would go for it. So, and then, of course, over the last years, there was a development in the digital world, which was also then called mining. And specifically in the beginning of blockchain, of crypto, what the most people know when we are talking about mining was Bitcoin mining. And when you look back to the years 2010, 2011, with these difficulties and all these things, I don't want to go too deep now in technical terms, but you could mine a lot of Bitcoins within one day. With a normal laptop, it was possible to do it. So in the meantime, you need nearly a factory full of processors to make that happen. It's consuming a lot of electricity. For that reason, a lot of companies which are doing that are moving, for example, to Africa, to places where the electricity is still cheaper, because otherwise it's not even a profit anymore afterwards. And so there's no green proof on it because electricity never ending. And of course, it costs a lot because these processors, you have to renew it and this and this and this. It's not so simple anymore. It was 10 years ago a little bit different. But in this evolution, the next step is minting. And minting is also called the green mining. Why it is like that? It takes, or it needs very, very less electricity. So it's very nature friendly. It's very simple and accessible for everyone. And this also supports, of course, this mass adoption that everyone who would like to do it can do it. So this is minting. So, and now we're coming to this hybrid minting protocol. And this combination to have real world projects combined with this hybrid minting protocol, this is, of course, what creates a groundbreaking market position. And what is also in place is a diversification. So that means you know that there are sometimes very interesting projects on the markets, but you never know. You never know. Nobody can look forward. Few projects will develop good, few projects will develop fantastic, and few projects will outperform everything out there. You never know. Yeah, nobody can look forward exactly 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, what will happen. You just have indicators, yeah, and based on these indicators, you can say it could go in this direction. Yeah? So, but to have a healthy mix, there's a diversification inside. That means you have not just the possibility to mint one specific token of one project, you can mint different tokens of different projects at the same time. And this is a very healthy approach to do it like that, combined again with this hybrid minting protocol. Yeah? And in place, in addition, fantastic hardware, which gives you the possibility to even increase minting rewards. And in addition, also, for example, your smartphone, like you can see it, and this is, anyway, something to have from my point of view, because everyone, or the most of the people, I would say like that, have a smartphone. And the most of the people are changing it, I don't know, every 6 months. No? So when you have anyway a smartphone, which is producing for you what in the normal case? Normally it's producing for you every month an invoice because your phoning costs money. Yeah? So why not have a smartphone where it also costs money, of course, when you're doing phone calls. Yeah? But in addition, it's connected to blockchain features. So that means to minting of real world projects and is producing for you virtual assets. So that means not just costs what the smartphone normally creates when you're using it for calls, also their rewards basically 24/7. So this makes a lot of sense. When you anyway have planned to purchase a new smartphone, why not a smartphone which brings you something in addition? I think this makes a lot of sense. 100%, I would say. Yeah. So hybrid minting protocol. What means that? So that means with Xera, with our cooperation partners, people have the possibility to purchase a virtual machine or a hardware. Then they can go on the market and can say from a specific project which is connected to the strategy, I purchase by myself the tokens on the markets. And these tokens I connect, I link to this virtual machine, to this hardware, and then the minting starts and minting rewards are created. So, and of course, you have the basic virtual machine where you can lock the infrastructure token, which is right now CLFI. And then there are under that different projects, real world projects, where you can do the same. So backed up, like I said, with reality, that's the most important thing. So, and of course, also here is a logic behind, because when you want to support projects on the best way possible, and of course also price developments on the markets, you need mechanics, you need procedures, you need economics, and of course you need a long-term strategy. And this also, of course, is here in place. That means if someone is purchasing a virtual machine or a hardware, it starts with a specific minting factor, which is in this moment like it is, which is getting reduced or is reducing itself all 15 days. So that means when I say I like that, it makes a difference when I'm doing that. When I'm doing that today, I have possibly a higher minting factor, I can produce more of these tokens. When I decide this for the same thing a few weeks later. And of course, also the lifetime of this virtual machine, of this NFT where these things are connected, is shortened. So that means minting difficulty is increasing. So that means minting factor is going down, and to the same time, over time is also going down the lifetime of the virtual machine, of the hardware, of the NFT. So that means if I purchase to a specific time, then I keep for the whole lifetime of the license of this NFT my minting factor. So that means it makes a huge difference. This is like something similar, but possibly also from Bitcoin. It was also the same. So you could mint a lot of Bitcoins in the past, very simple, but now of course the difficulty is increased. Now it takes a lot of calculation power, processor power to do that. So similar logics, but there's more logics inside, not just this one. And this of course also supports the project development and the price development on the markets. So the current base token, infrastructure token, which can be linked, for example, to the virtual machine and to the hardware, is CL5. You can search by yourself out there. We will see later on also a slide on how many exchanges this is listed, how many, and how massive liquidity is there behind, which is also super important. And you also can see step by step how it's developing, because this have to do with logics. And of course, it's driven by real use cases and connected to the real world. This is the most important thing. Yeah. So real world projects, to just give you a little bit ideas from what we are talking. So first project, for example, real estate in Austria. So this is a business operation which is running basically already since 15 years. The owner is running there in the second biggest city of Austria. It's called Graz, one of the most famous restaurants. It's very famous for traditional food, traditional Austrian food. And he is doing since years already renting, specifically in a niche as worker accommodations. So there's all the time a big request for that. So when right now someone is trying there to book accommodation, they have to wait sometimes weeks because everything is booked out all the time. So through this tokenization project, he is expanding the whole infrastructure. That means when it's finalized, 78 apartments, the gastronomy will be expanded massively. Then, of course, also commercial space, for example, for supermarkets, bowling alleys, so a lot of things what people like when they live in such an environment. And it's real. So the great thing is when you say, I want to check that out, it's in Austria, in Graz, on a very strategic place. So it's basically at one of the entries to the second biggest cities in Austria. So that means they're all the time people. So it's done very, very well. They know exactly how to do that. And also everything like it have to be in Austria. And so the great thing is you can visit it. When you say, I don't know, I don't believe or whatever, drive there, see it by yourself, touch it. The first building is already finalized. The second one is close to get finalized. So in step by step, building by building, until everything is in place. And that you get a little bit of feeling to that, I've prepared for you a short video. We have a look, a few seconds. Great. Real estate. So and this, of course, is one of the beauties of tokenization. So when you had anyway the vision in your life that you enter somehow this industry, so you don't have to put the bricks by yourself one after another. So those people are doing that anyway. And based on this tokenization, income streams, of course, of the gastronomy, of rentals, of everything are connected to this token. So to real world economy. So this is something fantastic. So tokenization opens basically to everyone the possibility to enter different business fields and be part of something without doing it possibly or likely by your own. To build it by yourself and run it by yourself and the business operation, they have no idea exactly how it works. This is tokenization. So coming to the next one, and this is again spectacular. Sports and entertainment company, media company basically, which is specialized to acquire sport clubs and turn them into profit centers. They are experts in doing that. Connected, of course, also with real estate projects. What they are building, for example, in Croatia, is Sport Village, Five Ring Sport Village, it's called. Then, of course, academies in Romania, in India, also with corporations in the United States. And so they, how to say, they acquire something and then they restructure it that it's going to a profit center. So when you look, for example, the United States, sport clubs, what profits they are doing there is unbelievable. So in Europe, basically, of course, everyone have to live, no? But mostly also here sport clubs, these are not built, like to say, as a profit center. This is more enjoy the sport. So, but you can make more out of such things, and they know exactly how to do that. And one of the first clubs, what they have acquired was Sibona. And Sibona, when you live on the Balkans or in Europe, you can assume, I think every child on the Balkan, in the Balkan countries knows what is Sibona. So this is like a national hero club in Croatia. The third tallest skyscraper in Croatia is called the Sibona Tower. They have their own stadium in Zagreb, in Croatia, the Dražen Petrovic Stadium, which has space for 5,400 spectators, plus. And Sibona itself have created something what I think not a second club could create in Europe. They, over the time, could bring out 14 NBA players, and one of them was possibly the most famous one, the most best one of all times, basketball players which were coming from Europe, and this was Dražen Petrovic. So, but they also get a little bit of feeling that this is not something, short video that you see on which level this all is running, and also, of course, based on their activities, again connected to this token which is getting minted here, and spectacular stuff. But enjoy the video and listen a little bit which names you hear there. Possibly you know them. Few seconds.
And he was going at Jordan like, yo, it ain't nothing. Like, give me the ball, I'm out. I'm taking him.
Right away, Petro sending a little bit of a message. Let's go after Jordan. Here's Petro, a couple of steps beyond Curry. Stroke City.
That's what I knew. I said, yo, he's a ride.
Yeah, possibly you had already in mind in your life to get involved in sports, in this industry, but of course, how? I don't know. Tokenization makes it possible. So this opens the door to so many things, and this makes it, of course, so exciting. So next projects, and you will understand specifically also on this one from what we are talking. So this is Avenok and Vu. So this is basically connected to each other. And what they are doing is they are revolutionizing the private aviation industry. So what is private aviation? This is when you fly private. So that means you're booking a private jet. Possibly a few people in the call here are doing that. And this is not so easy like it looks like, or like the most people think. So there is no system built, a global system worldwide, which is organized. So it's like booking a hotel 20 years ago. You can possibly remember back how complicated it was. You want to book, for example, a hotel in Greece. Yeah, how? You have to call there, telephone book, whatever. You cannot compare a price. You don't know exactly how it looks like. So this is the situation right now in private aviation. Huh? So in this industry, and they have brought now together the first global marketplace for that. So that means where operators and brokers can work together on the B2B level and can reorganize the whole organization. And so right now, B2B, it's already in operation. So few of the biggest operators and brokers worldwide are already part of this project. And so during this year, it's also planned to then activate B2C. That means that also customers can book directly private jets. And possibly, private jet is not like that people want to fly alone. And so few people have the needs. They have to go somewhere and there is no commercial airline to this time. So they have to fly this way. And they are not want to sit alone, possibly, but a lot of people for sure not. But when you have, for example, a private jet with 10 seats, a lot of those seats are all the time empty because there is no organization for that. So they solve that. So that means they also have the possibility to reduce the costs of the whole industry. And this is also very benefiting, of course, in the end for the customers which are booking flights. Also to the end, during this year, plan to open this solution in addition for commercial airlines. So that means can book then also Lufthansa, Emirates, a lot of others. In this, all is possible also with crypto payment, a lot of procedures inside. Absolutely spectacular. And this industry is so big. But for that, of course, I want to show you a small video that's really, how to say, it's a small wake-up call because there are a few numbers are spoken out that you really understand from what we're talking.
Welcome to Avinoc, the think tank for the future of aviation industry. Our vision? A digital revolution in aviation, powered by blockchain technology and asset tokenization. You know airports, but only as a passenger? Think bigger. The air transport industry alone generates more GDP than the automobile and pharmaceutical industries combined. And it's still growing. Forecasts say that it will almost double, and by 2038, contribute around $6.3 trillion to the global economy. You've already booked a flight online? Think bigger. Digitalization is going to a new level. Blockchain technology, with a market cap of currently $2 trillion and figures predicted to quadruple by 2025. Just a vision? Think bigger. Avinoc has already brought the first projects to life. Meet the Avinoc token, your digital asset in the entire aviation business, and your access to fuel services, drone transport, call centers, or VOO, the world's first digital B2B marketplace for private jet travel created by Avinoc. This is only the beginning. Think bigger. Think further. Think Avinoc.
Yeah, it's sensational. And that not just because I think that. A lot of people have understood that in the meantime. And for that reason, I want to show you something what is just happened. Basically 2 weeks ago, you can Google it by yourself. Air Charter Journal, VOO, have won the highest honor, the highest awards in the Middle East for aviation and aerospace industry. So this is not, how to say, a try. So this is much more than that, and very developed in the meantime. And many market players have a look now on this project because they have built something so spectacular, and we can be a part of it. We can be a part of it. So I have no clue from private aviation. But they have. And through tokenization, it's possible to also connect with things this way. So I love it. I love it how these things are working. So then Momo, a revolutionary super app. And I want to give you a little bit to think that we really understand from what we are talking. It's not just the app or a platform, it's more than that. So possibly everyone here in the call, of course, knows the Apple Store. And the Apple Store makes every year, I don't know how many billions. But the reason is why. do they have developed all these applications, what you can download, all these features, have they developed it by their own? No. What they have brought into the market was a platform, where developers can put their things on it and the people are downloading it, pay for it monthly, one time, sometimes for free, whatever. So this is the strength of it. So, but when we understand and when we know that everything is shifting in the next years to blockchain and these new technologies, then we have to ask ourselves, is there already a platform on the market where centralized or decentralized applications, blockchain-based applications can run on it? And the answer is no. But in the meantime, there is one live, and this is called normal. So the potential of that is so amazing, but I just want to give you a little bit of overview of the three main pillars where normal is running on it. The first thing of this is go completely DeFi, when you want to call it this way. So self-custodial crypto wallets, you can send, you can receive cryptos, minting directly to the normal app, NFTs, swap function, debit card integration, biometric authentication via fingerprints. The first decentralized messenger worldwide, completely end-to-end encrypted. So that means I think privacy is a human right. But in most messengers, when you look outside the markets, if they are really so private, still, I'm not so sure. So I think it's a human right. When you chat with your family, have a private conversation, it is private. So, and it should be like that. So that means also here, of course, then the possibility to send pictures, videos, text messages, phone calls, and this is something completely new in the markets. And this is also helping, of course, this mass adoption. Through the messenger, you have the possibility to send a crypto assets, virtual assets with one click without knowing the wallet address of the receiver. I don't know how many people have lost virtual assets over the years because they have made the mistake to plug in or copy wrong the wallet addresses where they want to send something. So here, if you have it, this contact in your messenger, because they also have then on the normal app, they connect the crypto wallets in the background. You just say, I want to send to Sandra, for example, push the button in the messenger and you send virtual assets without knowing even the wallet address. Sensational. So of course, not everything is already released. A lot of things are already live, but of course, work is ongoing. And the biggest part, the biggest pillar of normal is Discover Web on, fully decentralized. And of course, you know possibly that for a lot of companies, it's getting more and more difficult to list specific blockchain features on Google, on Apple, because this all have to get approved. And possibly could be the reason that they're not approved so much anymore because they want to run these businesses possibly by their own in the future. So that means a lot of companies searching for solutions to list their features, their products on a platform where this is possible and this is normal. Based on the unique technical infrastructure which was built up here, you can list there basically everything. So that means shop systems and this and this and this. And this, of course, is creating also, of course, in the future, income streams. And I just want to give you one idea to think about it. One of the biggest messengers worldwide is Telegram. I think everyone knows it. I don't know from which year it was. I think 2022, not 100% sure. There was an evaluation, a marked evaluation about the value of Telegram, and it was evaluated with $30 billion. But Telegram is a messenger. So when you look here, what is here stated, of course, like I said, not everything is activated. There's still work on it. What this could mean for the future. And possibly also know that Telegram have launched years ago a coin. This is called the Ton coin. You also can look, of course, on this overview websites, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, where this Ton coin is in the meantime. So originally, they have brought them to the markets. So also here, of course, the normal token represents this project. You can assume there is potential. Good one, I would say. So, and of course, Neo One, native digital asset management system. You see here a lot of logos, a lot of service providers which are working with them together, cooperation partners, contract partners. A few things they own, of course, also by their own 15 heavy licenses in place. So, and they also have a token which is called Neo Credits. It's the gas and utility token. So all the time when there's happening something transactions, just imagine how many transactions are happening in something like that, how much volumes are moved in something like that. So this have an influence, of course, on the token, and the token, of course, gives also advantages to the user in their ecosystem. So this is absolutely great. Is this bridge where so many people are searching for? It's now in the final test phase. It will go sooner to start in Europe. And then during the year, also the first countries in South America, also the first countries in Africa, step by step, it goes forwards. They know exactly what they're doing. So this is just fantastic. So now we're coming back to this hybrid minting protocol, because we have seen before, we have a virtual machine, and this virtual machine allows it to lock different tokens to it. So the first one, the base token, like I said before, is CL5. You can Google it by yourself. Massive liquidity behind the token, which is super important. It means you can also trade it, you can also sell it. A lot of people not understand how important is the liquidity behind the token, because otherwise you just can buy it possibly, but it's getting hard to sell it. So massive liquidity behind. And in a few weeks, also for these projects, what we have seen right now, the hybrid minting protocol gets activated. So that means you can purchase these tokens then on the market, link it to the virtual machine or to the hardware, and can start mint these tokens. So basically very simple. Step one, get your minting license, your virtual machine, your hardware in the key mall, which is our shop. Then you can purchase these tokens by yourself on the exchanges where these tokens are listed. You see here already a little bit of choice. For example, for the base token, these logos, what you see here on the bottom. And you can buy, of course, from these tokens on the market so many you want. But of course, these virtual machines, depends which size you have chosen, gives a limitation how many tokens in euro value can lock. And so this is the rule for it. And then when this is done, you enjoy minting rewards, daily minting rewards. And I think this is absolutely great. I think this is absolutely great. So there's a clear logic behind, and also for the user, of course. So this makes so much sense, and is so supportive for these projects, for the token on the market. It's amazing. So Quantwise, artificial intelligence-driven software, and we have talked a little bit before already about it. And it's also made on the way that people who have no idea about these things can educate themselves. More than 200 hours of videos, which are explaining how things are working, live trainings, reports, weekly, daily, monthly. So to really get the understanding what is happening there. And here just see a little bit what this software have done, because it's running already since years. It's not a try. So it's running since years. In 2021, so for those of you who have a little bit knowledge in these things, 82% successful trades. 2022, 84% successful trades. 2023, 83% successful trades. And 2024, of course, just have started, is ongoing. But the amazing thing of that is, you know, that in this crypto space over the last 2.5 years, it was for a lot of software solutions not so easy. A lot of them have completely failed. Why? Because when the market is going just in a side direction or is going down or whatever, there you see how a software behaves. So under these market conditions, to have so many successful trades, this is unbelievable. So, and of course, since the last 2.5, 3 months, since the market have started to move, what Quantwise have done in this time frame is mind-blowing. But one of the reasons is, of course, the enormous processor power. So there is used NVIDIA, also Tesla NVIDIA 100 processors, and not just one, a lot of them. So they've put so much effort in that. These are the strongest processors right now in the market. So Quantwise is absorbing 40 gigabyte filtered informations per second. So, and this is analyzed 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. So as a normal human, how you would like to do that. So I think it's impossible. Just to compare what it means, this processor power, and this how to say, volume of data. Also the CEO of Quantwise, Nicolas Indacchio, says it all the time on a beautiful way. 40 gigabyte per second, the NASA is able right now to absorb 90 gigabytes per second, just to understand from what they're talking. So in around 2 weeks, it starts also for everyone who would like to have it. It is also part of Xera, and because there you can purchase the software, and it's spectacular. It's absolutely spectacular what the software does. So, of course, which is important to underline, Xera, our involved companies, service providers, we are not engaged in any financial advice, financial solutions, whatever. So this is not what we are doing. We are offering a software when we talk about Quantwise. So this is important software, and the software is doing what it's doing, connected with a brokerage link to Binance. So absolutely great. Now I know, of course, that a few people possibly here in the call have said already, I like that all, how to bring that together. And for that reason, of course, there are very intelligent product combinations. So that means we also can see then in the shop, of course, you can choose, okay, product combinations where also Quantwise is included, where hardware is included. So, and of course, which gives you the possibility based on the separate minting protocol to purchase then the tokens on the market, to lock them to the machine, to start minting, enjoy minting rewards. And there's even one thing more. When this is done by hardware, like I said before, phone, anyone needs anyway a phone, as most people need it. So then this phone or this hardware that you have at home, you have the possibility when you connect it also to create up to 10% additional minting rewards. Spectacular. So I like it. I love that. So also here, overview about the hardware. Fantastic stuff. Enormous, fantastic quality. Those people which have them already, when you touch it, it's just fantastic. It's fantastic. So, I've seen a little bit. Of course, we cannot go in 1 hour super deep. That's not possible. But I think you have got a little bit the basic understanding what you're doing. And everyone, of course, can choose by itself. You would like to be a user. You say, I love these products, I love these projects, I want to get involved, to purchase that in the shop, you're free to do so. You're very welcomed. So to be a part with us to get on this journey. Or you say, I've understood. With these products, with these services, with this setting of the company, with this setting of Xera, I want to go big. I want to build up a community. I also want to build up a business. I want to recommend these products and the services to others because I like it and I love it, then you're also free to do so. You can build up here a community. So that means if someone in your community is purchasing something, this of course reflects in income on your side. So that means you can join the revolution. And what Xera is using is possibly the best compensation plan ever seen in the whole industry. Of course, we are not going deep. I just want to give you a basic idea. Only this market of affiliate and direct sales have had 2022 a volume of 329 billion US dollar. So because a lot of people not understand that this is a normal industry. So recommend products, recommend services, that's a normal stuff. If you like something, you speak about it. You want to share these advantages with others. Because why to keep it just for yourself? Share it with others. They also deserve solutions. But of course, everyone is anyway deciding for himself. Like it or not like it. Both is fine. Both is fine. So for that, of course, income disclosure. So if someone really says, I like it, and we move it on, there is, of course, when you do a lot, the possibility also to earn a lot. This is recommendation marketing. So, but when you say, I do nothing, then you also know the results. The income based on building up a community also will be nothing, because from where it should come. So this is how life works. But for those who say, ready, with this setting, with these products, with these services, you can assume what is possible. what is possible. So, and also the income pillars are two different ones. So the first thing is, of course, when you're building up a community and they say, I like this product, I purchase this product, I enjoy the advantages. So to benefit from the sales of these products and the services. Someone buys something in the shop, so there's a logic behind, of course, in the compensation plan. Yeah? So, and then there's a second side, and this is bonus on active hardware minting. So that means if other people, not just in the own community, worldwide, when people are saying, okay, this virtual machine, this hardware, I love it, I purchase tokens on the market, lock them and link them to the machine to create minting rewards. All those tokens which are linked to these machines and also a part of these minting rewards are distributed to those people which are in specific pools within this compensation plan. So that means you have a participation on all those things. What that means, I think I don't have to say. Yeah. So, but why? Because you have helped others. You have shown others a way. They've decided by themselves, but you have shown them. You have helped them. So this is the way how recommendation marketing works. So, and of course, all these products and services are available on our marketplace, keymall.io. And these are basically the income streams, the possible income streams for everyone in the compensation plan. There's a direct bonus, 10 to 15%. So if you recommend something, someone is purchasing something, 10 to 15%. Dynamic uni-level bonus, 15 up to 15 levels down, spectacular. Turnover rank bonus up to 20 million euro. So you can assume when you would go through these ranks, that's quite nice. And it's just work, it's just to do. Of course, on the way, you get additional skills, you get trainings. Also, people are helping. And this is what I like so much, what I love so much in this industry. You don't have to do it alone. Of course, you have to do it. Also, nobody will do it for you. So you have to do it. But you will have a lot of people around you who will help you from the corporate side, from the management side, from the people around you, from your recommender, because they want to support, they want to help that you can improve and rise up in your possibilities, because this is how this industry works. So in the normal economy, basically, you know how it works out there, a little bit different. So here we are working together. This is the beauty also of this industry. So XGI pool bonus, infinity bonus up to 23%, massive, matching bonus 10%, house bonus. So that means from a certain career rank, you get a house. So like I say, there's not a training, we're not go deep, but the United Arab Emirates. So you can live there by yourself, you can rent it out like you want when you have reached it. Retreats, so it means we go on travel together to beautiful places, but not just to have good time, also of course for education and training, and so just to improve. It's also a way of personal development that we offer here with Xera. So everyone can choose for his own, of course. If you say you have questions, please ask those persons which have invited you to this call. If you say, I like these products, I like these projects, I like the idea, I like the logics, then you can be a user, you just register yourself and then purchase the products, enjoy what you can enjoy. Or you say, I have understood, that's a masterpiece. I mean, if you have a masterpiece in your hand and to do the right things to the right time, like we've started in this call, then there are things possible which are not possible under normal circumstances. So, and you say, I want to share this with others. I want to build up a recommendation business, a community. I also want to help others on the way. This is how it works. So free choice. That means what are the steps? Register on 2xs.io, get your personal back office, choose your products, activate your products and enjoy. And be the master of your life. Regain sovereignty, which so many people have lost. And most people are not even aware of that they have lost it, or a big part of it. Regain sovereignty. I think this is one of the most important things for the next years and centuries, to come back to yourself, to your own strengths, to unlock your full potential. And Xera does everything to provide this environment to make this possible for so many people as possible. Here, of course, when you want to stay up to date, the channels, Telegram, everything there, just have a look, not miss it out, because a lot of things are ongoing and they're moving forward. So I'm very happy. And so we all together can be very thankful from my point of view. What we have here in our hand is so good, is so unbelievable good, that we have the possibility to outperform everything what was existing until today in this industry. And when you want to go big, and when you have searched for a home, when you have searched for something real, yeah, that is say a foundation where you really can make something out of that, then congratulations, you have found it with Xera. So I wish everyone here all the best. We see us, of course, soon again. And yeah, together we make it happen.